I usually mine for netherite by bed blasting, but I wanted a bit of a change, so I found a simple tunnel bore flying machine for just such an occasion. The original design was made by Onrey, and there's a link to his original tutorial in the description below. I liked this design because it's extremely compact and resource friendly. Here I use a target block instead of one of the trap chests from the original design. Let's see how it works briefly before we start building it. Operating this is quite simple, as the trapped chest allows it to move forwards and fire the TNT up the front to dig for ancient debris. You can also use it to mine for diamonds in the overworld if you want. You can advance the tunnel bore by one block by hitting the target block to save yourself some TNT. To build this you will need one ancient debris, one anvil, one dispenser, one trapped chest, one sticky piston and one regular piston, 3 slime blocks, one observer, one shroom light or a similar light block, and a target block. Now, to build this tunnel bore you're going to need yourself a little area in the nether, and what I've done here is this is the minimum size. It's 8 blocks long, 5 blocks wide and 5 blocks tall. You don't want it to be any smaller than that. And this is the direction in which we're going to be heading, over there. Now, to build this I'm going to block out the shape that we're going to build. You need to come in 2 from the end and 2 from the side and start there. That's the minimum distance from this wall. And we're going to have 2 blocks there and then a glass block on top. Then we're going to have 4 blocks here and 4 blocks behind that as well. Then we're going to have 1 here with a glass block above and 1 below. Then a solid block there again and a glass one right at the back like that. And that is the shape that you should get. If you need a copy of that you can pause the video and take a screenshot now. Okay, now to start building this we're going to come around the front and remove that block and put in some ancient debris, and then above that and standing from the front, which is very important, we're going to put on an anvil facing that way. Now we're going to remove this block here, and touching that back block we're going to place a dispenser that will fire the TNT and it will pop onto this edge on the front here. So next is going to be a trapped chest in here, so you need to shift to place that on top of there, and then above that is going to be a sticky piston facing backwards like that, and above that we're going to have a target block right there. Next we're going to have 3 slime blocks coming up here like that, and then we are going to have an observer facing upwards like that, so that the redstone signal is coming down into here. Next block is that one, and that is going to be a regular piston in there, and then all of these glass panes we're going to break because they're no longer needed, they're just for assembling everything. And the last thing we can do if we want to is to replace that with a shroom light, which just lights up your world a bit while you are travelling around the nether. Now what we want to do is we want to load up our TNT and do our first activation, and that's just simply by opening the trap chest. It advances forward and blows a nice big hole in the wall. Now it's got quite a long way to go to the next wall, so if you want to conserve TNT then what you can do is, it's going to be difficult to get up to here, so you can fire your arrow up there and advance it 1 block before you activate it again. And there we go. We are mining for ancient debris. There are a couple of things to note, and one is you shouldn't push your flying machine too close to the wall in front, about 2 blocks. You shouldn't do less than 2 blocks because otherwise the TNT will get stuck inside the anvil and it won't advance your machine. So that's about as close as you can get it. So if you do go closer than that by accident, then you just need to clear out a few blocks. The other thing is, if you don't want to use a target block, then you can also use a trapped chest, but I find a target block is quite useful because when you're down at the bottom here you can't actually reach up that high in survival mode. So if you don't have infinity, that can be replaced with a trapped chest. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope the tunnel bore will be useful in your Minecraft world. Please like and subscribe, if you'd like to see how I use this in my own Minecraft survival series, Rocket World. So, have fun and see you later.